here, just in case he decides to have a little accident while he's out running around. Okay, and then you get the kitty. Come here, buddy, come here. If they're the type that spray or mark a whole lot, they usually don't have the freedom of the entire house because people don't want stud pee on their couch or they're all over everything. You gotta run the tail through the hole. Run this through here. Once you get that on, it helps when their tail's been shaved down.
He's out of the pits now. I think he just needed a bit of air pressure adjustment or something. And here comes Jake Dusty.
They really like to watch race cars. They'll sit there and watch the cars racing, just any cars going fast. It's funny, I mean, in sports too, where people are running around, like soccer and stuff. When the Olympics were on, they really liked watching the Olympics too. They like to watch The Bachelor, and they also like The Apprentice. Those are two of their favorite shows. And they like it when someone gets fired for some reason, I don't know. They just, you know, their ears perk up.
Danny, you're fired.
Our Maine Coon is supposed to have good, heavy boning, a good structure. So you look for that. You also look for the long body. It is a long-bodied cat. Lottie is a nice cat. She's got a fabulous expression. I mean, she's got that look that says, look at me, I am a show cat. She's got a beautiful coat. Her coat's coming in. Maine Coon has to have a long, shaggy coat. She could probably use a little bit more rough in the front yet, but she's a 7.5-month-old kitten, and that will come with time.
When I look at a cat, I see beauty. Sometimes they need us to enhance that beauty. And so that's part of our creed, I guess, is to improve Mother Nature. This is not really hair that's alive. Can you see how easy it's coming out? He's still feeling it, but it's not like taking some real hair that's attached. You know, it's like a woman putting lipstick on. If it's going to make us look better, maybe we'll just give it a little edge. I'm taking all the hair that's growing down here, and I'm cutting all around here to open up his eyes to the max that I can get from them. And so I'm trying to create a more open look than Mother Nature gave him, without looking like that's what I've done. So that's the art, is doing it. They know you did it, but when you look at him, you just think, oh, you look pretty.
Maine Coons years ago were known as the barn cats, the greasy cats, and we had to overcome this hump, you might say. If you want to compete with the Persians, you better groom like the Persians. Bath time. It takes a lot to groom. It's not just a typical bath. I do most of my cats. We're talking about 7 steps. Maine Coons have a very greasy, oily coat, so we have to break down that oil and grease. So I use Goop, which is a hand cleaner that mechanics use. This is going to remove any dander, any loose skin. And then I'll use Ivory dish detergent, which is cut down with water. Again, another degreaser. Then I'll follow up with a texturizing shampoo. If I was going to Chicago, I'd be doing a lot more because of the drier air. You can't rinse these cats enough, so as an extra step, I'll put a little vinegar in the rinse, because vinegar is good for cutting out any little soap that may be left. And there's an old saying, if you think you've rinsed enough, rinse again. Snuggle time.
A cat show is not like a dog show or a horse show where those animals really perform. It's a beauty contest. The cat that we're showing right now, BJ, gets bathed every Friday morning. He tolerates it and lets me do this, and he would have to like to go or he wouldn't put up with that.
When Betsy suggested that we take him as a kitten to his first show, I was not gung-ho on this at all. I was like, ugh, cat shows? I don't think so. Those people are crazy.
We're in Houston, it gets so humid. And you know what humidity does to hair? Even my hair, it just goes straight, it goes limp. Well, I won't use that much conditioner in the summer because of all the moisture in the air. It'll make the coat too heavy and then it doesn't look good.
Once he went in the ring and he won his first ribbon, that was it. I was hooked.
And now we're gonna starch the kitties.
Betsy's the groomer. I groomed one Maine Coon and he looked like a rat's nest. So I take care of making sure that he gets his vitamins, his minerals, what I think helps enhance his coat.
We're getting into the winter months here. The air is starting to get drier. We're going to get drier air. I'm going to increase my conditioner a little bit. I'm going to Austin this weekend. I still have to check the weather report, but the temperature's a little cooler. And Austin, we're getting into the middle of the state. The air's a little drier, so I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to use a little bit more conditioner on her coat so we can avoid static cling.
To take a cat that you've bred yourself and to take it out and campaign with it is very gratifying. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort, but it's very worth it. You feel like I'm on the right track. I've done something right.
These are my lucky earrings. They're a little bit gaudy, kind of fits my personality, but I've noticed that if I do not wear these earrings on the day of the shows, that BJ doesn't do as well in the ring. So I wear them always.
I compare the International like with the Westminster Dog Show in Madison Square Garden. This is where the best of the best come.
It's a Belgian cat.
We have 12 judges judging 6 rings each.
To get into a national level, it's based on the number of cats you defeat.
Always remember that the darker the ribbon, the higher the placement.
We have certain points allocated for ears, head, nose, body.
The cats compete by breed first.
And the highest scoring 3 short-hair cats will be pitted against the highest scoring 3 long-hair cats.
This is what's called a specialty show. The long hairs, well, let me back up. For a final, a judge will call his top 15 cats.
So you may have a best of breed. That doesn't guarantee you you're going to make it into the top 15.
But there may be other divisions within your breed that have to be considered.
Yeah, feel the face.
And then 3 judges that are decided by ballot will then pick best of the best. And that's what everybody is there for.
I think it's very confusing. I think the day has come when we must simplify.
We hang an awful lot of blue ribbons, and I know this becomes very confusing. Right now, watch for the black ribbon because that's best of color.
And I hope that one day we'll have the Olympic approach so that the whole thing can be 1, 2, 3, bingo, or gold, silver, or bronze.
There's a standard for every cat. And the judges judge against the standard. So it's not head-to-head competition unless you get down to 2 cats that are in every other way equal. But every cat is judged against the standard, and it's the cat that comes closest to the standard that's going to win the competition.
This is a beauty contest, and just like Miss America is in her prime physical condition, these cats are exactly right on. A cat that meets its standard and also has something intangible that we call showmanship. That's what we're always looking for, is the cat that says, I'm here, I'm gorgeous, you won't find a better cat than me, so you can stop your search right now. We're all stage mothers. You know, our cat is the most beautiful cat there is. And I show cats, I also show dogs, and there are times when if a judge agrees with me, that's a great judge. And sometimes the judge won't agree with me, and I just can't understand how this judge can't see how gorgeous my animal is.
Got a tail too? Yeah.
I've photographed over 50,000 cats easily. I have met 3 ugly cats in my life, okay? There aren't many ugly cats in this world. I want to make cats look elegant. That's what I strive for in my photos, is to show elegance, humor. Every breed has its own aesthetic.
When I show a cat, I want them to be as perfect as I know how. If they're going to lose, I don't want them to lose because I didn't do my part.
All the cats are competing for best in show. So that competition for the best cat is a very strong competition. You go down to the smallest little things about a cat. That's competition. I always tell people that even a little booger in the eye is a form of competition and may make you decide which cat is going to be first over 3 equal cats. So you are counting everything. Everything counts.
I think you have to have a natural eye. I really do. It's like playing the piano. My mother was an opera singer. I grew up my whole life, and people would say, "Can you sing like your mother?" Well, no, I can't. I sing like my father, I guess, because I can't carry a tune. But I do have an eye for cats, and I think it is a God-given talent.
Also, we're looking for very, very small ears on a Persian, very rounded, set very low to the side.
My sons were both tennis players, and when 2 people go on a court, one person comes off a winner and one comes off a loser. But when you have a sport like the cat fancy, you have another dimension, and it's the eye of the judge. It's what does that judge see? And to me, that's an aesthetic abstract right there.
You put that cat into the ring, and that's a reflection of yourself. It's been born in your home. You have made it live. You bathed it. You fed it. You've conditioned it. It's almost you in the ring. And so you're waiting for that magic moment that they hang that ribbon that means, okay, I have a chance. That's my first ribbon. Am I going to get the black ribbon? And then am I going to get the breed ribbon? And if I get the breed, are they going to call me back for the final? And if they call me back to the final, am I going to be 10th or best?
And so, is everybody ready? Okay, my 3rd best solid color kitten will be number 67, the cream. My 2nd best will be the copper-eyed white, number 60. My very best solid color kitten, the 6-month-old black, number 63.
I'm doing exactly what I expected to do, so I'm not disappointed. This is their first show, so we've got a chance to get my kittens experience. So
When kittens are 4 months old, it's really hard to compete because they're competing with kittens that are mature, that have more maturity on them, more weight, more size. So, you know, they're cute, but cute doesn't always win.
I think I'm really happy with my little Tortie Open because she's made 2 finals, which was totally unexpected. And that's always exciting, to do something that you don't expect. Good judges. Our eyes go to different things. I sort of liken it if you're going to drive, you know, a Ford Taurus and I'm going to drive a Mercedes or whatever. It's preference. It's what we like. It's what you're drawn to.
To look at a Maine Coon is to look at something wild, something free, something woodsy, something large, something imposing, something strong. All of that is the American character of what we give to our cats, to what we think we should have for ourselves as well. Cat people love Maine Coons because of their size. Size is very important here. Don't let anybody tell you differently. It's the size that is the romance of this breed. There's something about lying down with a Maine Coon. It's like lying down with a lion or a tiger. Notice how wonderful and imposing they are. Every time you see a Maine Coon come into the ring, the owners carry it aloft like it was a conqueror. And this little girl is a conqueror. My 3rd best Maine Coon kitten.
My 2nd Maine Coon kitten, silver tabby and white, number 43.
Texture, he's 2nd best Maine Coon.
My very best, the silver patch tabby and white, number 40, number 46.
She got best of breed, and her brother was 2nd best of breed, and our other cat was 3rd best of breed. So this was a very good ring. Ready? What did I do with my toy? Or 2nd, 3rd. Yeah.
We split it. Here you go, partner.
This is a very popularized show in the cat world. So when you achieve a win here, it is known by many, many, many people.
The cats have gotten the popularity, but their popularity has existing because it's a kind of human interest story, not a sport. With the dogs, it gets on the sport page. Cat people don't get this show in a sport page. The cameras come around and they see these little cute things and they put them in little, you know, if you go around this show, you're gonna see the most extraordinary example of what I call American frou-frou. Did you ever look at these cages? Have you ever gone there? Have you photographed these cages? I mean, it's extraordinary. They take it out of the sport element, and what do you see, you know? This kind of frou-frou takes away from what we're doing, and takes away with how disciplined these cats are and how sophisticated they are. But in reality, it is an athletic event. These cats are athletes.
Nicole's been in 1 final, which means she's of the top 15 short-hair cats.
Right at this moment, we're waiting to see if Nicole gets into another final. We won't know until they make an announcement, probably in the next 2 to 3 minutes.